Guys, we are so back. Guys, don't ask me how, but we're back at Portimao for another year of racing with Bill Stein. There you go, announcement out of the way. I mean, pretty poorly kept secret to be honest, but very, very cool to have another shot in the GT4 again this year. So we're at Portimao doing our testing. We were here this time roughly last year doing our first laps in the car. Bit different this time though, because we have a GT4 Evo. So it's slightly different. Let's go have a look at it. Now listen, I know it looks the same, but it ain't. Trust me, this is the M4 GT4 Evo. New things include new headlights and taillights, which we desperately needed last year for sure at night at the Nurburgring. New splitter and mounting alongside updated wheel bearings as well. A TC upgrade, so no more fat skids. New engine software for a bit more power, and some new aero flicks. I don't know what they are, but I'm told they're good, so can't complain. I mean, this isn't our car this year, but just take a look at this absolute unit. GE3R. Maybe we can try and rob it at some point. The most important change. Oh no! Brother!
Oh, he ain't gonna be in rush hour 3.
There is a Daytona prototype here. You know the old Corvette things that are in iRacing? There's one of them here and it sounds fantastic. Here it comes. Man, just look at this thing, man. It's so cool. These things are so much cooler in person. They also sound amazing in person. It's the only car that when it drives by you have to put your fingers in your ears, otherwise you're gonna go deaf. How you doing, guest? You good?
I'm the guest number 1.
Guest what? Have you ever driven one of these like Daytona prototype things?
No, but I'd love to. Yeah, it's amazing. The sound is amazing.
You one of those in the old BMW, mate. Ace pattern.
Yeah,
now we're talking. So as is customary before any racing season, me and the boys signed our lives away. Goodbye life. And now it's properly official. Nurburgring 24, 2025. Here we come. Well, let's go gambling. Let's go see. Basically, this stint is just an endurance stint. I'm going to drive until it's a red flag, which will be about half hour or so. Which doesn't sound like much, honestly. But hey, there you go. Even in like these GT4 cars, it's work, you know. Oh, Danker. So I have to have like a lot of cushions because I'm just a little guy. Just a little itty bitty guy in a big man's world. Oh yeah, luxurious. Oh.
The ballers are too big.
Yeah, I mean that's what the doctor keeps telling me.
Yeah.
But there's right, so just good practice to put it into 1. That's our driver ID. Oh fucking hell.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's like I owe you money or something, man. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Good boy.
That on, gives me map 4. Good. Make sure the car's in one piece. Will give me a thumbs up in a second. Away we go. Shot of the van to our fella down here. Off the flag. There we go. I don't see anyone, so I guess we're good. So yes, welcome back to the cockpit of the BMW M4 GT4 Evo. Bit of a mouthful, but this is my first time back out in the car since I think it's October last year. Man, time does weird things, huh? But yeah, for me this is just about acclimatization, remembering where the track goes because I've only driven Portimao once, which was this time last year, and remembering how the car feels as well. Now we're on an outlap on a fairly used set of tyres, so no records are going to be set today, nothing like that. It's all about just getting reacquainted, so not really charging around this outlap, just feeling out the car, feeling out the brake pedal as well, and also trying to remember that lovely session I had with our driver coach Gabby last year as he berated me for about an hour or so. But it was good stuff, and all those thoughts right now just sort of whirling around my brain. let's try and put them in some sort of order. But Portimao, what a circuit. Look at the elevation here. It's one of the only circuits I think that really accurately has similar elevations to the Nurburgring, the Nordschleife. It's really hard to find a track like that outside of the UK where you have this sort of elevation change. So it's good to get into the back into the swing of things. So getting to the end of the outlap now, just noticing what the tyres are doing. You can see a little bit slidey already, and I am using traction control here, but you can see not quite working well with it. The sideways lateral slip is a little bit of tuning, not quite where it needs to be yet. And now coming around this awesome last corner here at Portimao, super bumpy. Look out for the bump. Where is it? Bam! There it is. Luckily, our lovely Bilstein suspension dampens that very nicely for us. And now on to the front straight for our first flying lap. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sort of checking, make sure there's no big warning, no big flashing signs at me. Always a good thing. Going down towards T1, picking quite an early braking point here, down a 4th gear, and really just rolling the car through. Super easy to go wide here and go off circuit. And while this is a test day, there's no point tricking yourself by going quicker by going off track. So now going up this very technical chicane, just let the car sort of float over the top of the apex there, and now back hard on the gas to a downhill braking zone. Hairpin this one, so you brake a little bit earlier than you think. You have to really bury your foot in the pedal. Left foot there putting over 100 bar of pressure into that brake pedal. Now back up the hill once again. You can just let the engine fly up here. Traction control sorts it all out for you. Now the car here stopped on the right hand side. You might have missed that. I'll go back and have a little look at that. Now I thought this was going to cause a red flag, but as I've been told, really, unless there is a red flag, just push on. So no red flags, the yellows are over, so I just got on with it. Just forgot that car existed and tried to get on with my lap. Now we go up over to the highest point in the circuit, this over the crest braking zone. Such a cool part of the track. Really weird line through here, then you have to just go straight back down again. It's like a roller coaster through here. So much fun to throw the car through. I really forgot how much fun it is to drive this M4. It's just does everything you want it to, apart from traction on bad tyres apparently. But we're working on that. That's all part of what testing's all about. So 4th gear, rolling the speed for this long right-hander, and then back out to the exit curb. Sort of turn at the end of the curb here. You can a bit obscured by my visor, sorry about that. Over the bump once more. You can see how violent the bump is on board here. And we're going to get our first idea of where the tyres are. So 55 bad tyres, 51 good tyres. Our lap time as we cross the start-finish line is a 153.6. So we have medium tyres.
Where is Alessandro? Hello? My God, where are you?
The front left really...
Huh? Good.
The front left was a bit too high.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2-2.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there's will start to get a bit tired, the tires.
That's okay.
You want to continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might seem like a bit of a boring topic, but getting those things right are what testing is all about. Look at that, straight away with the tyre pressure adjustments, I'm down to a 53.0 on my first flying lap, and then coming around for my second flying lap, the car's feeling even better. I can brake later, I can push the car further into the corner, and it's reflected straight away in the lap time. A 152.8, so nearly 8 tenths faster just from adjusting tyre pressure. Magic! So I've just done my, I guess, long stint for the day, and it went okay. I think it was like 40 minutes or so. How long do you reckon I was out there for? Any idea?
40 minutes?
About 40 minutes-ish. And the tyres, Bono, the tyres were gone. It's so interesting driving on tyres that are just messed up, because all you do is just try not to slide and then fail. Yeah, Steve's out there now on those tyres, I think, so enjoy, brother. It farts so good. So after Steve had suffered for quite a long time with some pretty rubbish tyres, the team decided to put some brand new fresh tyres on the car, and I jumped in before Steve could go out. So I get to experience, actually, what a brand new fresh tyre does around here at Portimao. And let me tell you, it's hard to maybe see over the footage, given that you're seeing a different angle from what you've just seen anyway, but everything feels better. It's just like in sim race, you get into a car and it just feels quicker. You see the delta just coming down everywhere, because a fresh set of tyres isn't just about having grip in a corner, it's about grip in traction and grip in braking as well. So everything is improved. You can really feel that when you're driving the car around on those fresh set of tyres. But also, super important to make sure you bring those tyres up for temperature properly, because if you don't do that, you maybe get 1 or 2 laps of the tyre being kind of quick, but then they overheat and they just drop off substantially. And again, kind of boring to talk about, I guess, but it is part of what testing is all about. And given that we are testing for endurance racing at the Nurburgring, at the Nordschleife, getting this stuff right, that's what we've got to do. We have to nail that if we want to actually get a class win at the N24 this year. So already most of the way through the lap, coming up on a little bit of traffic in front of us too. You can see I can just use more of a circuit because I have more confidence that the car is going to stick for me. I have more confidence that I can bring the car back around and not deal with TC. Although saying that, a slide out of here cost me definitely a tenth or two. Just getting a little bit too greedy on that Laupergy. You can see I just sort of drift a little bit of brake into that long right hander, and now you get a proper look at how bumpy this last corner is. Chuck the car in, big bump on there. And remember what I said earlier, 51 fast, 55 slow. What sort of time are we going to do here? I've actually forgotten, so we'll get to the start finish line, and it's a 50.92, so under a 151. Faster than I went last year as well, and a pretty quick time on the day, so I'm very happy with that. But of course now just continuing to push on. Now check out this car in front of us. This is a cool car. Some of you might remember that V8 supercar series that existed in Europe for a while. That is an old Jag. I think it's like an XKR, a weird bubble one from the 2000s. I'll put it on the screen here what it actually is. But that was around all day, but did somewhat hinder my entry into the chicane at the bottom there. So that's obviously going to have an effect on our lap time, but we're not going to think about that too much. But fast forward to the end of the lap, we've actually caught up with our BMW M4 GT4 Evo teammates in front of us here. So they very kindly get out of my way and allow me to continue my hot lap. And the laps felt good, but I know I've been hindered a couple of times, so I'm expecting the time maybe not to be quite as good as it was before. Coming up to the start finish line, it's a 150.92. It's exactly the same damn time as we passed an AMG GT2 car on the way down to T1. So I'm sort of a bit bemused in the cockpit right now because I'm thinking, damn, that could have been a bit faster, that. But oh well, we've got a clear track in front of us now. Let's try and go and get a sub 150.9 this lap. And again, we get to the end of the lap, just turning in now over the bump, of course, of that last corner. And again, I'm thinking, you know what, that lap wasn't so bad, but I can feel like I've probably had the extreme best of the time now. Coming across the start-finish line, and it's a 150.96. 3 laps in a row, 150.9, within 0.04 of a second. That's sim racing consistency, though. I did end up, though, getting a little bit carried away, just putting in a lap after lap, enjoying the car, sitting in the low 150s, and then suddenly this! Fuel pressure warning. I might have run out of fuel. Oops. So yeah, guys, super hyped to be back for this year, taking on the N24 again. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I get to do this race once, let alone twice. But an amazing testing session there at Portimao really has put us in good stead for this season. Next race is next weekend, so make sure to come by, be it in person or come support us on our live stream. Take care, have an awesome day. See you at the Nurburgring.